Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we've just got word there is a new fusion coming around the corner. Of course there is. But question of the day, from the first image, what type of animal is it? It is a Skinwalker. It is a legendary champion. Let's see if I zoom in a little bit. Are you getting it? Are you getting it yet? I feel like from this picture, it could be one of a few. Do you think it's a dog? Think it's a cow? Think it's a donkey? Guess is down below. Let's have a proper look. So this is the animated version of GREATHOOF LORIACA. Looking like pretty trim, I would say. Pretty beefed out. Double hammers. Pretty cool. I love the Skinwalker stuff they do. It's such a great faction. Visuals. Let's take a look. Let's have a proper look at what's going on. So I'll start with the raid blurb and then I'll give my view here. So it says here, on Thursday the 8th of June, so that's what, is that a week? A week tomorrow, we're planning to launch a champion fragment event. So it's not a fusion, it's a fragment. Fragment's generally a bit easier, but you don't get the extra chance to get rares and epics and stuff. It's going to be a new champion, GREATHOOF LORIACA, Skinwalker, legendary support, spirit champion. Lorica's skill set is pretty simple yet effective, meant to cover the need in champions with turn meter boost abilities for Skinwalkers. So the first place what they're saying here is Skinwalkers are short of turn meter boosters, and she's going to be one of those champions. I'm saying she, I'm not sure. It looks like a she to me. Turn meter boosters, do we have much going on here in the Skinwalkers? I guess it is a bit sparse, actually. I guess it is a bit sparse for like decent turn meter stuff going on. So, yeah, okay, that makes some sense. Also, going to lower your team's accuracy requirements when it comes in against enemies with high resistance. Okay, and a cool passive as well. Right, let's have a look. What's going on? So the GREATHOOF got an A1 deprive. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit a chance to steal a random buff. 40% books to 50% chance of stealing a buff. This actually plays into a passive a bit as well. It's an okay A1, like 50-50 chance to steal a buff each hit. So you're probably going to grab one buff at least when you're using your A1. It's an okay A1. A2, books to a 3 turn. GREATHOOF Stampede. It's an AoE, so it's attacking everybody here. Booked out 100% chance of putting decreased resistance out. Be honest here, there's not that much of the game where you need a decreased resistance right now. You know, you'd rather be in control of increasing your accuracy than decreasing the resistance. You don't have the kind of 3% chance to miss when you're buffing yourself like you do when you debuff. You don't have to worry about things like affinity problems when you're buffing yourself. So, you know, when you've got an affinity champion, decreasing resistance is worse generally than increasing your own accuracy. That's just like where it's at. And there's not really any content where it's like, I need decreased resistance. Maybe the Iron Twins, but people don't tend to even run with that strategy. That was probably how it was originally made to run, but it's pretty much just do your own Geo, yes or no. And then if you do, find a way to make Geo stay alive. So yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know if this skill is that relevant. If you do use it, by the way, at the moment, which content do you use it in? You know, we on hellhades.com, we rate every champion as best as we can, and I'm struggling to know where I would use this right now, honestly. It's one of those, like, probably you don't want to skip this champion, because if the next bit of content comes out and you need this, you know, it's a nightmare to try and find it. There's not many champions that do this well. So it might be like a don't skip it, but also I'm not sure that it comes out the vault just yet. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, what else is going on? Fills his champion's turn meter by 10% every time decreased resistance is land by this skill. So it has to be the GREATHOOF placing it. But you know, if you've got an enemy group of Hydra heads, that's going to be a 40% turn meter fill. It's on a 3 turn, so that will cycle around really quick. You know, if you've just got a general wave of enemies, normally 4 or 5 enemies. So you can get a lot of turn meter fill from this A2. And it's on a 3 turn. So yeah, not bad. The A3 I kind of like. Dance of War. So you get block debuffs for 2 turns on your team. And this is on a 3-turn cooldown if you book it. There's not actually that many champions that do that as frequently and as effectively as that. Okay. You know, you've got someone like a Blind Seer will do block debuffs for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. She's a Void Legendary, albeit not the best of legendaries, but not that many champions that are doing this. You also get a turn meter fill here for 20% for your whole team, which is pretty solid. I like the A3 a lot. You know, block debuffs is such an effective skill. Turn meter fill, you're never gonna not want to get turn meter fill. So this is pretty solid. And then the passive here, Hoof Beats, is so fills this champion's turn meter by 5% each time an ally buff is removed, stolen. Basically, every time a buff goes, she gets a 5% champion. She gets a 5% turn meter fill. There's a lot of turn meter fill going on here. You know, we've got stealing buffs here, which benefits the passive when they then drop off. You know, if you're in a quite a buff heavy team, you get a load of turn meter. Imagine if you're in a Seer team and she's ripping all those buffs off. You basically just keep having another go. I don't know. It feels like this could be exploited in quite a fun way, but I can't really think of where the Great Hoof is going to be played. Not a bad kit. If I'm thinking for my main account, can't think of a single area that Great Hoof would come in. If I'm thinking for my free to play, which obviously doesn't have all the champions under the sun, then, you know, the turn meter fill block debuffs, this is quite nice in Hydra. Decreased resistance can help me in Hydra as well to enable me to land my stuff easier, mean that I need less accuracy on my champs. So yeah, maybe it comes in there. But the rest of the kit doesn't really offer me anything else for Hydra. I'm not sure. So guys, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of the champion? Is it someone you're going to go for? And if you do, where will you use the Great Hoof Lorica? I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.